Do you have a sense of how many men you've slept with?
Yeah, it's not like 300 or anything. It's like 136, I think.
136? Okay.
Yeah. Which is a lot, but
sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there one week where there was just like you went on a tear and it was like 20 dudes?
Yeah.
Do you know how much in the most in 1 week? Like 30, 20, 30?
Not 20 to 30. It's probably like 8 to 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
8 to 10. So that one, the 6 in the night, that was just, you went hard.
Yeah.
You went hard.
I went ham.
Okay.
Modern women like this have dating standards that often sound like a fairy tale. They want a rich guy, someone emotionally wise like a therapist, and fit like a model, all in one perfect package. And what do they bring to the table? A few selfies, high expectations, and maybe some TikTok dances? No degree, no career, no savings? Doesn't matter just as long as he has money. But here's the truth. You can't expect a Rolex lifestyle when you're offering Timex effort. It's time to get realistic because men are moving on from the fantasy game.
Nobody thinks they're average, or most people do not think that they are average. Is this confidence or is this delusion? And what inspired this video was me posting a TikTok from one of my girl interviews. To say the comments were concerning and eye-opening is actually an understatement. So now let me read some of the comments to you. Average has nothing to do with me. Some of us don't want to be average. LOL, okay, but these are based on averages and I'm not looking for an average man. I don't give an F. I want my man to be pulling 500K. My soul left my body when I read that one. No one can survive with less than 70K. Let's be very for real. Are we okay? If you can't survive on 70K, you have a spending problem.
How much should your man make in a year?
Can we make it monthly?
Sure.
At least 100K a month.
Isn't that a bit high compared to the average income out there?
Well, if I'm talking about my partner, I don't think so.
Why not?
If I'm making 10K a month, he should be making 10 times more than me. And that kind of puts me in the feminine position, and I view him as the masculine, as the main provider in our family, as we're going to grow, expand our family.
100K a month? She's not even that attractive, maybe a 4 to 5 without makeup. The only man making 100K a month is using her face for NBA full-court basketball. Between her forehead and teeth, you've got all the backboards you need. These women are beyond delusional when they aren't even close to high value. The entitlement is off the charts.
She's demanding a guy making a $100,000 a month while barely getting by on a $10,000 herself? That's not love, it's a paycheck. And with all that makeup, is she hiding insecurity or just masking a lack of substance? Hate to say it, but foundation can't cover having nothing to offer. If she wants a sugar daddy, just be honest. Men aren't ATMs, and shallow expectations like this only make her undateable.
What I look for in a guy is someone who makes like $500,000 a year, about 6 feet tall, compassionate, strong but soft, likes to spend time with me.
Yeah, I'm unemployed right now. I got a couple Deweys, so if you want me to drive, you got to blow into the breathalyzer because I tied a few on earlier, assuming you got a whip.
Mature, and a great relationship with his mom is a must.
Mom's a fucking bitch. Don't even really like living her. We got in a huge scuffle the other day. I almost got physical because she caught me stealing her jewelry after I was pissed at her because she wouldn't let me use her picture to start another Uber Eats profile after I got banned from eating someone's food, and I wanted to take another crack at it because I already stole a bike.
Honest. He's definitely got to be clean. That's a non-negotiable.
I actually got little man picking up some toilet paper from school for me right now. Do you think you could drive me there after this? Also, you might have to pop in there and grab it just because I can't really show face there right now. Ex is still a little perturbed with me because I owe her a couple G's and she needs that for her tuition.
Someone who likes to travel.
Yeah, I know. She asked me to get a suit for some destination funeral that's like an hour out of town, which I did, but then the security tag had a mishap and it got a little messy, so she might have to just go dolo on this one.
Willing to cook and just sort of spoil me.
Yeah, I like to treat my bitch. I take her to Ruby Tuesdays. We probably have to go to one of the ones out of state though, because some of the local ones I've dined and dashed too much at, so they're a little bit on to me.
A man with integrity.
Babe, could you drop by my mom's place and pick up a half quarter from there? Yeah, Dave's plug's gonna come by and pick it up in like the next half hour.
You want me to sell drugs for you?
It's just under the mattress on the floor. Don't take any though.
A man with drive. Someone who's really focusing on his dreams.
Oh, I actually got my hands on a tattoo gun. If any of you guys are interested, we could even do it in the car because we probably do have to roll because I got curfew and I gotta pick up Dip on the way.
No, last time I went to your house, your mom tried to fight me.
Yo, did you guys see my chick sister? Pretty fine, eh? Pretty sure she's looking at me too.
In what women want, I suppose, I don't think a lot changes about what people want. But I suppose if I were to make a cultural observation, it would come up for people that, how do I find someone who's either playing at my level or someone who accepts my level, whether it's financially or what I've achieved in my life, the work that I do. That's something that, you know, is obviously a modern day thing. And I think a lot of people are asking, how do I find someone who's not intimidated by where I am in my life?
What do you mean by that? Be specific.
That I earn more potentially.
As a woman.
As a woman. That I have a high status job. Not everyone, but there's a decent amount of that, of people worrying that they're either going to intimidate someone or they're proactively looking for someone that is playing at their level. It's hard sometimes to say whether that's because they genuinely want someone who's playing at their level, or because they're just worried that if they find someone who's not playing at their level, that person's going to have an issue with it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What's are women struggling to be attracted to guys that don't have that level of education, don't have that level of employment that they do? Are they struggling to date down, so to speak?
From an attraction point of view?
Yes.
I mean, look, there has to be some. I know that I've spoken to very successful groups of business women who are really playing at a high level.
Yep.
And sometimes in those circles, which by the way, I don't think like the ultra high achieving, like type A, you're in that made millions of dollars. Like that's a unique group of people. But I have experienced being in those circles where one of the first things I get asked is, well, how do I find someone who is also, playing at this level? And I always feel like saying at that point, isn't surely the reason to achieve all of this is so that you can choose anyone you want, not so that you can kind of go, now that I'm in this top 0.5%, I need to find someone in that top 5% in a socioeconomic sphere. I always think to me, the reason to make money, the reason to build something or to just have a job that takes care of you and your family potentially.
Despite all the talk about feminism and empowerment, human nature isn't about to change just to fit modern women's ideas. It's like trying to defy gravity, and it never ends well. Women parade their sexual revolution philosophies like they've cracked the code to happiness. But here's the truth. Many men have checked out and aren't eager to return. And the scoreboard? Women's happiness has been declining since the 1970s. Economists even have a term for it called the paradox of declining female happiness. So much for all that freedom and empowerment. While women shout about the patriarchy and trash men, the numbers tell a different story. They're more miserable than ever. Turns out, having it all isn't as easy as it sounds. Yet they still cling to the idea that men are obsolete. Fast forward a few years, and those independence speeches start falling flat. The irony? They thought they could have it all, but now they're left with less happiness and no one else to blame.
Shit still boggles my mind. If a girl wants a guy who's older, it's a preference. If a guy wants a girl who's younger, it's creepy and immature. If a girl doesn't want to date a short guy, it's a preference. If a guy doesn't want to date a girl that's overweight, he's an asshole who's not focused on the things that matter. If a girl wants a guy who can take charge, it's a preference. If a guy wants a girl who will submit to his lead, he's, you guessed it, misogynistic. If a girl sets a boundary, it's empowering. If a guy sets a boundary, it's controlling. Women have preferences, men have something wrong with them. This isn't a double standard, it's just illogical. So why does anyone accept this?
These hypocritical women love being right more than being happy, as if that's some grand achievement. They put off having kids, play the victim for simply being female, and push their opinions under the banner of freedom and tolerance. Meanwhile, they conveniently overlook the perks society still hands them for being women. Chasing corporate success into their 40s, they thought power would bring happiness, but it didn't. They're more miserable than ever. Who saw that coming? Honestly, everyone did. They bought into the lie that rejecting femininity, family life, and meaningful relationships would lead to fulfillment. Spoiler, it didn't. But rather than admit it, they doubled down, refusing to see that traditional roles were a stable foundation, not a prison. And when it comes to men, their expectations are beyond unrealistic. Treat a man with respect and encouragement, and he's yours for life. But women? They want a fantasy. A tall, fit, wealthy Adonis who's sensitive but tough, dominant but humble. Inner beauty? That's just a phrase they use to cope when reality doesn't match their reflection. Their dream? An alpha with beta tendencies? The mental gymnastics are wild. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Support this channel through membership. You can also support through PayPal, link in the description. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.